So when I was in middle school, I didn't have any friends at all. I was a big nerd. I was a geek. I loved technology. I loved anything nerdy, and everyone in my class didn't. So I was the one who got picked on. They would all go play basketball and do stuff like that, and I would just kind of sit back learning about computers. And that's what I want to talk about today, which is my computer. This is the most important object to me because, I paid with it with my own money. It was something I saved up for, and I built it myself back in 8th grade. Of course, I've been upgrading ever since, but I'm gonna get into that later. And I feel like it's very relevant right now because, with being in quarantine, it really gives me something to do, to focus my time on without me going crazy just sitting at home watching TV. So I'm going to be talking today about what it is, what exactly is inside of here, and I'm going to be talking about a story behind it and the sentimental value that I have with this object. So this, I built it myself, and you can see this little Anakin figure in there because Anakin is awesome. And it has a 2070 Super graphics card, which is very expensive. It has a very expensive Ryzen CPU, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 800-watt motherboard, 4 terabytes of memory, and 1 terabyte of SSD, and a disk drive, which computers these days don't really have that. And yeah, I built it myself in 8th grade, but I've been upgrading along more and more, because the more I work, the more I save money to upgrade my PC. And a story I have with this is, there's so much stories, but I gotta go with when I was first building it. I had this graphics card that my brother Michael gave me, and I put it in, and it wasn't working. And me and the guy who was helping me build it, because this was my first build, I've actually done at least 20 builds for computers. We put the graphics card in and it didn't work, and I was on the verge of tears because if I didn't have that graphics card, this big card right here, if I didn't have that in my PC when I was first building it, I would have had to save up and buy a new one, which I didn't have time for because school was starting. I spent my whole summer working towards my computer. So we figured out that we didn't plug the power in straight to the graphics card, because there's little cords right here that plug into the graphics card that go into the power supply, and those weren't plugged in. And I just look back at that and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I forgot the most important part of building a PC is to make sure everything is powered correctly. But mistakes happen. It was my first build, and it got working, and I was so happy, and I couldn't wait to go home and play it. And the sentimental value behind it is there's so much. I would spend so much time on my computer with my friends, playing video games. I would be learning how to hack my devices in my room. My computer has been there for me more than anything in my life. It was there, with breakups and family troubles. So I would say my computer is something that's very important to me because I built it. It's really something that describes me. And even my first tattoo, which is right here, is a computer motherboard tattoo because of how much I love computers. And in conclusion, we talked about what it is, what my computer is, a story behind it, and sentimental value that relates to this, to me. Why is it sentimental? And thank you for taking the time to watch my speech. And yeah, thank you.